Family, today I'm going to make a video on 7 fragrances that I love that you might hate. But in the journey of fragrances, your nose palette always grows. You eventually start liking things you didn't like. And I just want to put you onto some stuff that I really love that right now you may not be that interested in. But in the future, you never know what it holds for you. So let's talk about the 7 fragrances, guys. Just want to show you 7 fragrances. Now, to be honest with you fellas and the whole community, I don't do editing and stuff, so I could just bang out videos. So I have a few videos I have to do before this one, but I am going to give you a full breakdown on a fragrance. And I just figured something out today about this fragrance, because you always learn something new about a fragrance. And it's from Bond Number 9, New Harlem. I'm going to give a full breakdown on this. Doesn't really matter how old it is or it's 1,000 videos on it. I want to say my piece as well on New Harlem. But let's speak on fragrances that I love and you might really reject. So, from the house of Penhaligon's, this is called Alizarin. I'm assuming, I don't want to butcher the name. Now, family, this fragrance right here is something that for a fragrance connoisseur, a person that likes daring and bold fragrances, this is for you. This has a serious tobacco dipped in like a whiskey note. It's very peculiar. It's super long lasting. Okay, this thing lasts so long, even I say to myself, won't this thing get away? Because like 10 hours later, I smell it like I still sprayed it. So, look at the bottle, guys. Like I said, it's a very tobacco, just drenched in some whiskey. Or it could be cognac or rum. I don't have the notes in front of me, but there is a liquor accord in here. And if that sounds good to you, which I really love this fragrance. I don't have the notes in front of me to break it all down, but this is a fragrance that I love to wear. It's daring, it's challenging, and it's not something everybody wears. I'm not only into the sexy Playboy fragrances, I also like the crazy stuff. So again, one more time, from the house of Penhaligon's, Alizarin. Great fragrance. Another fragrance that is dangerous, it's really crazy. I call it Badussy. Okay, just think about that. Badussy. That's what I call this. From the house of Harari, Paris, Ami Fouet. Let me show you the box, guys, so you can see it better, because it doesn't show the Harari too well. Ami Fouet. Fouet, whatever, guys. I'm trying. These names, they are what they are. So, the name, I hope you understand, it's called Badussy. That's what it smells like. Badussy. Now, is it sexy in the air? Is it challenging? Is it daring? Yes. This fragrance right here, it does work on women, but the women that it works on are women who are very aggressive in the bed, if you know what I mean. That's where this fragrance, to me, a girl who likes that will like this fragrance, because it's called Badussy. I ain't gonna say no more. I'm gonna try to keep it as PG as possible, family. But if this sounds interesting to you, and look, I've used a lot of this fragrance. I've worn this a lot, and it just doesn't go down on me. I don't know. It's strong, super strong. You don't need too many sprays, but it works. Same thing with the Penhaligon's, guys. I've used this multiple times, but this thing is so strong, you just only need a couple sprays. I have to be honest. I do overspray pretty much everything, but I do my stuff, strategically. I don't just dump one spot full of fragrance, but I've used them a lot, and it is what it is. Now, here's a fragrance that is not challenging, let's say, but it's something a man probably wouldn't want to wear. So that's why I say something I love that you might not. But for me, it's a bomb. It's called Wood Jasmine from BDK. Wood Jasmine. So listen, I know it says wood and jasmine in it, so obviously it has woods and jasmine. Now I did a video on this fragrance, and I gotta have to do it again because, like I said, back then I was just smelling and giving what how the perfume smelled and everything of blah blah blah. But there's something about this fragrance that I have to do it again because it feels like there's like a liquor accord in here, whether it's rum, cognac, whiskey, I don't know. But it has that smell in it. What I will tell you this, what I get a lot of, and this fragrance has a beautiful pear note. I'm talking about an amazing pear note, gorgeous plum, and jasmine and woods. Now I do like this fragrance. Maybe you could say it leans feminine. To me, it works perfect on me. And again, super long lasting. And it's something people don't speak about, but man, if any of that sounds good to you, you like pear, plum, and then this kind of like alcoholic accord. That's why I have to go into the notes again. And yeah, you're going to get jasmine and wood, but a lot of pear, a lot of plum. And like I said, there's some type of liquor accord in this fragrance. Wood Jasmine from BDK. Now, when I got this fragrance, I was upset, man, because it's like they took some out of there. They gave me a tester, and I was so pissed, man. But that's here and no there. I still got the bottle from Serge Luton. And listen, I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to put it up there. Hopefully you can read it. La Participe Passé. Now listen, I don't know what that says, okay? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But, whoa. What I get here, what I love about this fragrance, this should be that dent should be like halfway, not the whole size. Look. This is something you're not going to gravitate to most people because most people want to hear, you're going to drop some panties. This is when you're going to get some panties, okay? You wear this fragrance. And let me explain to you what I mean. You're going to get some panties when you're a real man and you got a pair, you know what I mean? This is a great fragrance to go out to a diner, to a restaurant to eat steak. When you're going to have steak and wine, you're going to take it to one of these places like that. This is what you put on. This has look, I don't know. I don't have the notes in front of me, but there is a wine accord in this fragrance that I get. That is amazing, beautiful. And what I love about, the reason why there's a dent in here is because when I go to eat in a steak restaurant, steak and wine, when I'm with my girl, this is what I put on. Because this is so strong. The food is going to take over your clothes, the smell. Well, spray your clothes, and this will dominate. The food will not over-dominate this fragrance. So this is why I say, when you're going to go get the panties, you put this on. You put this fragrance on, you're going to smell great. It's going to, you're not going to come out of the restaurant smelling like food. You're going to come out of the restaurant smelling like this amazing wine, and you already pumped her full of wine. You pumped yourself full of wine, and you let me know what happens next. I'm telling you guys, I'm just doing this for everybody, I know I get an extreme amount of sprinkles of hate, or more than that, but, I just want to give everybody the game because we all going to leave this place. We take nothing with us, so enjoy. From the house of Serge Luton, La Pisita, Pisa, whatever that means, guys, I do not know. But don't sleep on this one. It's a stunning fragrance. But you have to like the wine accord, okay, guys? I get a lot of wine. Whether it's in there or not, that's what I smell. Now, Tuscan Leather from Tom Ford. How to put this here? You know why? I feel like men are not men no more. Every man wants to wear some, I don't know, some gum fragrance. You got a bunch of kids I see on YouTube wanting to be Jeremy Fragrance. I mean, is that a joke? This guy is so, you know, he's so yacked out of his mind, right? He gets on the tube and he puts a sale. You buy 30, you get 30 free. Come on, man. Who wants to be Jeremy Fragrance, bro? Are you people insane? Yo, that's why I put this fragrance here. This world is lost. Look, you want to be a man. A man. A woman wants a man. See your chest? That's what she wants. She don't want boobies. My God. Tuscan leather, bro. Look, I know there's a lot of fragrances out there that copy this one. So this is the original. Respect it, right? You want leather, you want raspberry, and I will say this. I haven't smelled everything. And maybe there is some better, who knows? But I would say this. I have a few in my collection that replicate this. I smelled other ones. And what I can say is, I don't know, because my bottle's been old. I have an old bottle, blah, blah, blah. I always say this. The leather accord in this fragrance is the best. Tuscan leather. Best leather accord when you talk about leather and raspberry. This is the OG. This is the one that set it off. This is the reason why everybody's doing it. Remember that. And let's everybody be men. And for all you young reviewers that want to be Jeremy Fragrance, my God, please do something else with your life. Now, this fragrance, I put this here to put a statement, right, about the whole niche designer world. Well, you're going to see I have two from this house. And this is a designer house. This house is more niche than niche brands, okay? So don't let the designer and niche realm fool you. It just depends on the company and what they want to do. But from the house of Harari Paris, only for him. Look, this is simple. Beast Mode fragrance, 12 hours. And one of the sexiest and unique barbershop fragrance. Now, unfortunately, I can't say this is the best one in my collection because I have a few in my collection that I consider they all to be just as good in their own different way. But this right here, very unique. What I can say to you is this. The typical fougere smells like that typical fougere style. They always bring that same type of fragrance where it's like that barbershop-y. But I will say it like this. When I used to cut hair, I was a barber. They had two different types of after lotion for your skin. Or for alcohol. Let's say like the alcohol you put after you shave. There was the original barbershop one, the club, that comes in a green bottle. And then there was one that came in a blue bottle. And the way that blue bottle smelled is the way this smelled. Now, I don't have the names in front of me. I don't have the product in front of me to remember. But this is a total opposite of what a fougere is to most people. But it is one of the most sexiest fougeres you can get. Man, this is way off the beaten path and an amazing fragrance. Let me show you again. Harari Paris, only for him. Now, I had to put one in here just so you guys can understand about something. Now, this fragrance from the House of Javoy, called Psychedelic, is again not for everybody. Something probably you wouldn't put on because it's so earthy and the patchouli is dominant. It's earthy and vanilla, and the vanilla don't take over the fragrance till later on. But you're gonna have to deal with a dirty patchouli for a few hours. But that's what makes this so sexy, so alluring. My girlfriend loves this fragrance. See? So yes, it's challenging. Yes, it may not be for everybody. But if it works for you, now you're different. Now you're smelling different. And you get to captivate a room, guys, because you're different. See, when you walk into a room, doesn't matter what someone has on. It's how are you different? And these are one of those different fragrances, guys. Psychedelic from Javoy. Amazing patchouli with a stunning vanilla. Very earthy. Has hints of chocolate, but the beginning will be a lot of earthiness in this fragrance, guys. So, again, if you're looking for 7 fragrances that I love and you probably don't like, and you know something, I wouldn't say something to you guys. Usually when you don't like a fragrance, it's because you haven't got a chance to understand it. Give fragrances time, because everybody needs time to understand something. You know, I've smelled stuff and be like, whoa, a couple months later, a couple weeks later, a couple days later, my mind changes. Because I had a chance to smell it and work with it. You know, that's why I don't give too many just, full on like first impressions, like first impressions, because sometimes I don't even understand what the fragrance is trying to tell me. Look, I had Bond number 9, right? New Harlem. And it took me till today, to be honest, to figure something out. Now, I'm not going to say it till I do the full breakdown, but this is just to let you know I've had this fragrance for like 2 to 3 months. Family, you know how we do here. Let me just show you the fragrances one more time. And here's the Bond number 9. We'll be doing a full breakdown soon of this one. That'll be coming up next. There it is, guys. This is the show. Now, family, you know how we do. We praise to the Most High. We stay fly. Health is wealth. Man Cologne China. And I'm out of here. Peace.